I'm all right, considering all the snow we got.
Oh, it's snowing today.
No, just the snow from the other day. It's
Oh, yeah, that was a
still
lot.
lingering.
Wow, sorry. Okay, well, thank you for joining us today.
No problem. You already know I was gonna do your show.
You right. Well, Poppy J, can you tell? Okay, so you have Talking Real 1000. That's your baby, right? And can you please let the listeners know what inspired you to do? Because you're like adamant with live. You like everything live, like because Talking Real. So, what inspired you to want to, first of all, do a live show?
Uh, I seen where everybody was drawing their attention to, which was podcasting. The listenership was up all over. Everybody's listening to some type of podcast. So I figured, why not share some of my story along with stories of people that's the everyday people. I like to focus on the everyday people and point out different ways I view things as well as different ways you can things can be viewed.
Okay. Well, I like that answer. Okay. So, can you give us possibly an example of something that will require that, that type of a scenario or that thinking? Like,
Everything that we've been going through this whole year, from the police brutality, the police killings, the COVID virus, everything. Like we hear of people struggling and we hear of people reporting on people struggling, but they select which people they allow to verbalize their experience, their concerns, everything. They're not gonna let the average person just stand in on the news and just say what they think.
oh, that is so true. Very true.
So on
They can
my
do a show.
show, you're allowed to say what you think, and we'll talk about whatever, depending on whoever brings up the topic.
So more like freestyle, like you don't like anything scripted. You just like right then and there in the moment.
Scripted ain't talking real.
Very true. It's very true. Okay. So so what are the things that you want the listeners to receive from your show? I know you said, it's for, the average, because no one asks, the regular, they would call us the regular folks, what's going on with us. But what do you want the listeners to receive when they are listening to your show? What's the experience you want them to have?
I want them to know that in some shape, form, or fashion, we are all experiencing the same thing. Like the way I deliver my message is more from a personal experience. And then just explaining, like trying to show people that, all right, cool, we have a lot of obstacles in our way, but there's a better way to get the result we wish if we stick together. If we sacrifice. We have to make sacrifices, uncomfortable ones. But if we really want to make change, it's up to us, the people, not the billionaires, not the millionaires. It's up to us, the people, the ones that they billionaires because of us. So we have to really start paying attention to that. Every millionaire and every billionaire is where they at because of us, in some shape, form, or fashion. We made them, yet we're struggling to make us. So we need to like step back and start picking at everything that's going on and try to figure out what needs to get removed, tweaked, updated, whatever.
Yeah, that's a very profound way of looking at it. We're the ones who basically make them rich, and then we struggle to, you know, to sometimes pay for the roof over our heads. So yeah, that's deep. Okay. So are your listeners are they allowed to like be active? Like how involved are they or can they be?
Right now, I would like them to be very active. I would like them to participate, whether it's commenting, whether it's contacting me with topics, cares, concerns, something they want me to go on a rant about, whatever. It don't matter. It don't have to be always sad. It don't always have to be serious. It don't have to be anything.
Okay, okay. And so with your other hosts, your crew and stuff, so you guys are like a family or a unit. So how's that dynamic with, you know, talking about 1000?
Because now you get different opinions. We don't agree on everything. We ain't gonna always agree on everything. I think sometimes they think I'm nuts, but at the same time, there's a person that thinks like Wise. There's a person that thinks like Sace. There's a person that thinks like me. There's a person that thinks like you. There's a person that thinks like every podcaster out in the world. There's one person that a podcaster is speaking, and it's their voice. It's the voice of someone else. Like they're sharing. Well, that's my podcast. I can't speak for everybody, but it's to share the voices of others. That whether they want to be on it, whether they want to be anonymous, whether they want to join the StreamYard live, is all. I mean, we just gotta be respectful, mindful, and I try real hard not to insult anyone, but it's a very thin line.
Okay. So is there anything that like going forward in the future that you haven't that you wanted to try out or like, you know, intertwine into with your talking real, like add a level to it or do something different?
I realized in the beginning, talking real was 1,000 was it's the pet project. It was the stepping stone. It was to break the ice. It was the icebreaker, I would say. So now that I broke the ice, and because of COVID, it, the ice was broken through StreamYard, through Zoom type podcasting. I want to create an in-house one where I could have everyday people just stop by and shoot the shit, share their concerns. I will lead with a topic, but we will be joking, laughing, whatever. We have serious moments. We'll have our